Today I'm doing a presentation on Fort McMurray, which is a wildfire case study in AQA A-level geography in the topic of hazards. So this is what the specification says you need to know, but mainly you need to know the impact of human responses in a recent wildfire event. Okay, so some features of Fort McMurray wildfire was that it happened in May 2016 in the Alberta province in Canada. 88,000 people were evacuated, 2,400 homes and businesses were destroyed. There were no deaths. 600,000 hectares of land was destroyed. Wind speeds were up to 43 miles per hour. Canada's most costly ever disaster. At $9.9 billion in damages, and the wildfire started to create its own high winds and thunderstorms from the smoke clouds. So some causes of the wildfire. Mainly it was a 12-month-long drought which dried out the brush that underlies the forest. And some issues with having this dried out brush is that it does become more flammable, but also if there's a thick layer of brush, when the firefighters extinguish them, the brush, it may be extinguished on the top, so like it look like it's extinguished, but actually may be still smoldering on the bottom, which obviously can allow for reignition of the fire. There was little snow, less than there should be in Canada in May. If this was started by humans is still uncertain. Usual cause of fires in Canada is thunderstrikes at 39%. This wildfire was fueled by dry and windy conditions. Fire spread rapidly, covering an area of 590,000 hectares within a few days. So the 2014 to 16 El Nino has influenced the extremity of the wildfire due to more extensive drought periods, reduced snowfall, and increased temperature. But also with more Canadians moving to forests to live, it could have started as an accidental fire. But both of these factors kind of come together to create what happened in Fort McMurray. Some responses was that firefighters and military personnel were deployed to battle the blaze. They worked to contain the fire and protect as much property as possible. Fires continued to burn for months before being fully extinguished. 88,000 people were told to flee their homes. Evacuation was chaotic, with long traffic jams, shortages of fuel and supplies. Some impacts were disrupted production in the region, leading to temporary shutdown of several oil factories and facilities. And the smoke from the fire affected air quality across Alberta and even reached as far as eastern United States. Finally, the recovery, the rebuilding process in Fort McMurray and surrounding areas began soon after the fire was extinguished. Government agencies, charitable organizations, and volunteers worked together to provide support and assistance to those affected. Rapid growth of fire in forests over the past 20 years has prevented fire-induced regeneration of new tree growth, burning of superficial brush at ground layer, which has allowed forests to be dominated by older and more mature trees and allowed brush to accumulate. Okay, so that was it. Here I have some past exam questions. Here's a 1 marker. Here are some 2 9 markers. There are a lot of questions actually on wildfires, surprisingly, so there you go. And there's another 9 marker and a 20 marker, and figure 10 is here. Thank you.